Hello, my name is Rawn James, and I am excited to tell you about my new book, Root and Branch, Charles Hamilton Houston, Thurgood Marshall, and the Struggle to End Segregation. In researching the story, I came across an incredible American friendship and really a true, almost like a buddy story. They go on road trips together. So you have Charles Hamilton Houston, you have Thurgood Marshall, who started off as teacher and student. Charles Hamilton Houston was the teacher and Thurgood Marshall was his student, and later they became colleagues when they worked at the NAACP legal office together, and they were the only two lawyers there. And so when they went to investigate cases, when they went to try cases, chipping away slowly over the years at Jim Crow, their friendship truly blossomed. And Charles Hamilton Houston was Thurgood Marshall's mentor, and even in his 80s as a Supreme Court Justice, Thurgood Marshall repeatedly credited Charles Hamilton Houston with having taught him everything he knew about the law. One of the things I wanted to do with the book was write it in a way that someone who is not an attorney could understand, while presenting somewhat complex legal arguments. What Charles Hamilton Houston did was he attacked segregation by demanding segregation in the beginning. He said if you were going to say that things have to be separate but equal, he demanded that the facilities actually be equal. And states could not afford to do this. It became a matter of dollars and cents. And that's not a matter of highfalutin constitutional law. That's just a matter of flat-out pocketbook issues. But really, I did not use any research assistance for the book because I wanted to look at all the letters. I wanted to look at everything myself. And I did not want photocopies. I wanted to see the pen. For example, when you read a handwritten letter from Charles Hamilton Houston, you can see there, and you're wearing your white gloves in the basement of Howard University at the Moreland Spinger Research Center, but you can see how he's pushing so hard on the paper because the man is so strident, so ardent in his work. And those are the things that I wanted to see myself, because that's when you're able to read between the lines and bring something to the story that you're not going to get if you see a photocopy that someone brought to you. Root and Branch, the title, is immediately a metaphor for Charles Hamilton Houston having been Thurgood Marshall's professor, Charles Hamilton Houston having been the dean of Howard Law School and revolutionizing law school and taking it from a part-time law school to a truly a West Point for civil rights advocacy. But also, it's a metaphor even extending to our times today, which is why I think Root and Branch, the book, is relevant for our times today, in that we have President Barack Obama, who was the first African-American editor-in-chief of the Harvard Law Review. Charles Hamilton Houston was the first African-American to serve on the Harvard Law Review. When Charles Hamilton Houston argued his first case before the United States Supreme Court, one of the justices turned his back to him and did not listen to him. Turned his back because the justice refused to hear an argument from an African-American attorney. And you fast forward many decades and many strenuous years of work, and Thurgood Marshall becomes a justice on that same Supreme Court. And so living in Washington, D.C. and seeing how much not just America has evolved, but even our own city has evolved was really a privilege, and was one of the things that I wanted to bring to bear in the book.